Have your attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello there. So, let's start off. Can anyone hear me? Let me know, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. You never know with me, it could go Pete Tong very quickly. So if anyone can hear me, let me know. Paul? That's what it sounds like, really. Zombie, Paul, can you hear me? Yeah, we can hear you fine. Excellent. Thank you very much. I can't hear myself, let alone anyone else. So, how many watching? 3 are watching. 1 is me, and 2 is you two. So, how are we? How is everyone? What I do? Yes, we can hear you fine. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Check that's working. Yes, that's working. Excellent. See Paul's comment. Yeah, brilliant. How are we all? Zombie, how are you, sir? Paul, how are you, sir? I spoke to Paul earlier, so I know he's pretty much okay. Zombie, are you okay? Older. So, who's booked tickets for Mando and Grogu? I have. Completely forgot they'd gone on sale. Logged in last night, ordered tickets for me and my eldest. So me and him will be going on the 22nd of May. We'll be going to the first showing that morning, which is 9:15 a.m. So that'll be a bit fun. I have to drop the 2 little ones at school, unless they're ill that day. I don't know. I have to drop them at school and then shoot 14 miles right across the other side of the city to the Trafford Centre. Those in Manchester will know the Trafford Centre. And I will be watching one of the first showings. I was hoping I could get Thursday night, midnight showing, but yeah, I didn't. Zombie Sport. Yeah, I'm great, thanks. In the middle of making a couple of Lando skiff helmets. One for me and one for mate. That is a brilliant segue, because we are going to be talking about that in a little bit. We're going to talk about the May the 4th releases, and one of them is a Lando skiff helmet. Now, it's not going to be as good as a homemade one. It's a Disney Galactic Archives. Paul's Port. No, Paul didn't say that. Paul said, I'm waiting to see if they have midnight viewing comes out. Yeah, I am. I think if they do, I might do that and cancel the other ones. Yes, that's the day after May the 3rd. It's also the day before May the 5th, or May the 6th. Yeah, seeing Disney was releasing that. Got some images of it, so we're gonna have a look at that. Yeah, this is starting to worry me now. I don't know whether they've decided, look, what's the point Disney making their own, or whether Disney have said we're making our own now, so stop making them. Yeah, nothing at all. Also the day I fly out. So you flying out on the 3rd? Ah, interesting. Okay. And Paul's put, what are them, Paul? I can't see what they are. Let me have to enlarge my screen. I haven't got a clue what those emojis are. I'm old. I I don't know. So, yeah, kind of we'll just have a bit of a chat to start with and see if any more people jump along before we have a look at the bits. I've got my iPad set up in front of me down below here, and I've managed to hook it up to my PC via an app, a clever app, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I can screen share. So I've set it up so it's another monitor, with some images on it. So I'm on a couple of websites on it. So I'm hoping, oh yeah, I can see it now. And you obviously clearly need new glasses. What was I saying? I can't remember. Oh yeah, so images of some May the 4th stuff that's sort of relevant to what I collect. So we'll have a look at those. Hopefully it works. If it does, it means going forward I can show videos, trailers, stuff like that. Paul, have you watched any trailers for Mando and Grogu? Because I know you're trying to stay spoiler free. If you are, then I won't do it. But if you're not, if you've seen trailers, I might get the trailer up later. We'll have a look at that as well. Sticking tongue out. Yes, fly out at 10 a.m. unless they change it. Yeah, I mean, we've currently got 2 weeks of aviation fuel, haven't we? Because I'm starting to panic about my holiday, I'll be honest. Does on site start with P and end in ub? Pub? It's not a pub website, Paul, no. Hello there, Doug. Oh. Hello there. That's what I should have done. I didn't. Hi, Doug. Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Nope. To the trailers. Right, so you've not seen any trailers. Right, well, if we can get a trailer up later, I might sort of ban you from the stream for 5 minutes. Haven't really seen much for it, but excited for the movie though. Yeah, I've watched the trailers, and obviously I did my rant about the one where they did the Super Bowl one, but I've been quite impressed with the other ones. Paul, do you mind me? Well, one of the latest trailer, or the last trailer as they've called it, before the movie, kind of hints at a big event happening in the movie. Now, I'd be surprised if that's going to turn out to be the case, because you kind of just spoiled it in a trailer. Hinting it, however, sort of volume down 2 secs. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about it, Paul. Don't worry. I think it looks good. That's. But you know, a lot of stuff says it should be for the money they've spent. Now, just a quick one. I did speak to Regal earlier. He sent me some images yesterday of his battle droid. Looks amazing. I'm sure you won't mind me saying that. So I'm just reading Paul's comment. I'll come back to that in a minute. Yeah, spoke to Regal. He's doing really well. He is just under the cosh to get stuff done for RegalCon. He did say he was going to try and pop in. I hope he does. I sent him a link, so he might even try and join. But he is away, so he doesn't know whether he's going to be able to. But he did say he might pop in and say hi. But just because I know a few people ask, he's doing well. He's fine. He's just absolutely snowed under and really, really busy with stuff at the moment. Doug's put, to be honest, I don't care. Go to see it anyway. Yeah, me too, mate. Do you know what? I was looking forward to it. I wasn't really excited, and then I booked my tickets last night, and I rang Liam, my eldest, and I actually started getting a bit excited. Then I can't ever remember. Well, I've booked the IMAX, only because it's been filmed for IMAX. So that's what they want you to go and see it in. I've paid for the IMAX. I get cheap tickets anyway for Odeon. So, well, I do for a few cinemas. So I bought the tickets for me and my lad. We're going to go in. We're going to watch it. And I'm going to give a spoiler-free review straight after it. Might go live in the cinema, outside the cinema, and so look. I'm really looking forward to it. That's what she said. Haven't seen him in ages. Yeah, Regal. Yeah, he is coming back. He's honestly completely snowed under with this. Obviously, we named it Regal Con, didn't we? But he's absolutely snowed under with that. So he's pretty much finished his battle droid. He's got to weather it. But other than that, he's finished. He could show it as it is, but he'd promised more droids, so he's got what 5 weeks to get them done for this show. So he's feeling the pressure. But his images of his droid look amazing. I'm not going to get them up and share them because he's not said I can, and I'm sure he'll probably want to do video himself. I'm still waiting for him to invite me over to do a 3D rendering. What of you? Yeah, life-size Paul. He'll have it in the background of all his videos. Who else will be getting the Skiff Guard helmet from Disney on the 4th? You missed the beginning, Doug, so I'm going to go through some images of that in a little bit. I was just letting some more people come in. I'm going to explain where I've been and why I've not been doing lives or sort of rushing videos, and I've missed a couple of my Star Wars facts, but I've got a valid reason. I'll go into that in a little bit in a minute. I'll do it early on, get it out of the way, and then we'll look at the skiff. But I'm definitely going to try and order one. I reckon that thing's going to sell out like that, but I don't know. Yeah, Zombie's making his own. I was just about to get a print of one. In fact, I thought I'd ordered it and I hadn't. I'd forgot to order it, and then I saw Paul sent me a link saying, "Look what's coming out." Only if you want to, dude. What's that? Is that discuss? Paul knows what's been going on, so because he messaged me. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what, Doug? I've not been on. I've not been on Facebook Messenger. Yeah, I apologise. I should go on it and check, and I've got it set up on my personal one for some reason at the moment. Yeah, no, it's all right, Paul. I'll talk about it. So, there's 4 of you here. So, well, 3 of you. One of the 4 is me. So where have I been? What have I been doing? Well, we've had a bit of a bit of a torrid fire. What are we, 6, 7, 8 weeks now? So my wife's been ill on and off for 18 months, just constantly getting chest infections, constantly coughing, and it was like coughing up really bad green phlegm and all sorts. So this isn't Star Wars related, but I'll say it now, get it out of the way. So she's been really ill, constantly. Going back to doctors, got chest infection, here's antibiotics. So she had antibiotics in October, November, December, twice in January. She didn't have any February, twice in March. That's just the last 6 to 8 months. Then in March, she just said, she went back to the doctors, and the doctor said she had 2 courses of antibiotics. Went back, and the doctor said, we're going to give you another course. And she was like, no. We're lucky in that we have private healthcare. So if anyone from America's watching, our private healthcare, it covers everything. I mean, we don't pay for medications, we don't pay for it literally covers everything, and we pay next to nothing a month. So it's definitely worth doing. Someone didn't want to hear this story, they've dropped out. Anyway, so she said no, enough's enough. This was a Monday, rang private healthcare, got in to see a specialist that night. Specialist said, I'm going to send you for a camera into your lungs and we're going to check it. Oh no, they did a scan. Came back saying, we think you've inhaled a piece of popcorn. So it's gone in your throat, got lodged in your throat. It's causing infections because it's lodged. So we're going to send you to get a camera down and we'll pull it out. So it was like, fine. So I went with her. We went just a couple of days later. She went in. We went in. They took her in. I went for a walk, went back, and I could see it on the screen. The thing looked huge. And they said, oh, we haven't taken it out. We're going to refer you back, and just to speed it up, we're going to expedite it and put it. Don't worry about it. We're putting it through as an emergency. But that's just to get the wheels in motion. So we're like, something's not right here. So we got a phone call same day, next day, and it was the specialist, and he said, look, it's not a foreign object, it's something attached. We're going to send you for an MRI. So they sent it for an MRI. Results came back quite quick from that and basically said, you've got a tumour. So you've got a tumour in your lung, it's blocking your airway, and your lungs collapsed. They told her she had to have it removed because it was blocking her airway, and if it wasn't removed, it'd end up sort of killing her. So, not instantly, but it was going to keep growing and just eventually just kill her. So, they said, we need to remove it. You need more tests, but we're not even going to do them. We're just going to go in and get it done. Anyway, so she had some more tests anyway, booked her in. So 3 weeks ago now, she had her operation. And right up to the day of the operation, they said to us, look, your lung's gone. We might be able to save half of it, but you're definitely going to lose half, if not all of it. So we were like, our world just fell apart. She had the operation on the Friday. The Thursday before, we were writing wills. We were everything. We were sorting everything. Told the kids school that this was happening. It was just horrific. Anyway, I'm not a religious person in any way, shape, or form, but by the grace of be it God or whoever, they managed to do the operation. They removed the tumour, and by some miracle saved the lung, managed to clear it all out and inflate it. She did have a leak on her lung for about 4 or 5 days, but it's healed itself, and yeah, she's not coughing. She's in a lot of pain. She's got a lot of fatigue. She's getting to sort of lunchtime, and I mean, my wife's work ethic is phenomenal. I mean, she's just work. She never likes to sit still. So for her, it's been difficult. But when she does something, by the time it gets to lunchtime, she's gone. She's shattered. Um, Kids have been off for the last 2 weeks. That's not helped. They've been running ragged. Yeah, so that's where I've been. I've literally just I've gone from being up here to thinking I'm going to lose my wife and the mother of my children to recovery mode, being there as much as I can and just yeah, just helping out as best I can. But as I'm a man, we're pretty shit at helping out. But yeah, so that's why I've not been posting. I've not done anything on TikTok. I've hardly posted anything on Instagram, and we'd kept it quiet. My wife didn't want anyone, well, family knew. But that Friday she had operation was probably one of the hardest days I've ever had. It was crazy. Waiting for that phone call. Yeah, never want to go through anything like that again. But yeah, fingers crossed she's on the mend. We were supposed to get the results of the biopsy on Tuesday. We never got them. We've been told we'll get them Monday from the specialist, and she's booked in Wednesday for another scan just to make sure. They basically said it could be cancerous, so that's what. But they're confident it's not spread. But she's got to go for this other scan just to make sure that there's nothing anywhere else. Yeah, so we're pretty confident there isn't anything, and if there is, it's so slow growing. They reckon this thing's been growing for like 7 or 8 years in her lungs. They can't believe that no one's ever spotted it. Yeah, but that's where we are. So yeah, not really, you know, one that story that you want to hear, but yeah. Thanks, Zombie. Yeah, it is great news, mate. Because I tell you what, my I'm gonna swear, but my arse fell out. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they saved the lung. Unbelievable. She came round from her operation, and she'd gone in being told she was at least losing half a lung. To save it. I mean, when the surgeon rang me straight away after it, and he said, "Look, I don't normally do this, but your wife asked me and made me promise that I'd ring you, so I'm doing it." He said, and he was telling me all about it. It was all done robotically, so it was like little incisions, and robot arms had gone in and done it all, and he was doing it by remote control. So it was amazing. And then just dead matter of fact, he went, "Oh yeah, and I saved a lung." I was like, "Pardon?" So yeah, it was a bit random. Yeah. Cheers, Doug. Really appreciate that. Yeah, it just. I think when you got kids involved, young kids, it's a bit difficult. I mean, my 5-year-old didn't really understand, didn't really get it, and he was like, "Meh, whatever." Um, my daughter's 8. She knew. We never mentioned the C word through any of this to them. We still haven't. Um, but yeah, she was upset and she's a bit clingy. I mean, even now she's up late now. She's in our bed with her mum, cuddled up and just watching junk on telly. So, yeah. But anyway, so told that story. That's where I've been. That's why I've not been posting. I apologise, but I'm sure you understand. But Star Wars. So yeah, so we've got Mando and Grogu coming out. I'm the closer we're getting to it, the more excited I am. But we've also got some stuff that's been announced for May the 4th. I'm not going to go through all like they've got like an Endor series of stuff like a lounge fly bag and spirit jersey and stuff like that and pins and stuff. I'm not going to go through that, but like my jam, yeah, Yeah, no, I agree, mate. But the algorithms are killer with with YouTube, and if you don't post stuff, it just kicks you into the ether. So to be fair to my wife, she to be fair to my wife, she was kind of like, "Look, you're annoying me. Go and edit videos." Um, oh, got hiccups. I apologise. So I've done a little bit, and it's meant because we share this office. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfy. Because we share this office at the moment, I have to pack my stuff away and set it up. But I've been able to leave it out for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I've been recording bits and putting some videos together and sort of learning my editing software a bit more and been doing some courses, sort of online courses for different softwares and stuff like that. Um, sent you a pic on Messenger too. I'll have a look in a minute, and if I can get them up, I'll get them up. If it's ones to share, I'll get them up. I'll don't know whether my iPad has my Facebook on it, but I'll have a look because my wife took it to the hospital, so I literally took everything off it. So it was just the TV channel she wanted and some films that she wanted. So because they kept her in hospital for a week, so yeah. So I'm going to try this transition now, and we'll have a look. So bear with me. By the magic. There we go. So you should see that, I think. Now. I'm just going to check. Yeah, you can. Excellent. So the viewing is about 10 seconds behind me. So this is one of the first ones that they've done. You see it. Excellent. Cheers, mate. Yeah, so this has come from fanthertracks.com. So they post a lot of stuff like daily. I'm just gonna enlarge my screen for me here. So I should be able to scroll, and this will scroll. So if I go to my iPad here, so obviously one of the things they've announced is the Temple Guard hilt. Now this has been out before. I believe Paul's got this one. It came out in a box set as a dual with there was a coupler, and you could stick them together. I'm gonna put this one up. When the surgeon said that my op was going to be done by a robot, I said fine, as long as it's not the Terminator. Yeah, you don't want that walking in, do you? Or the what's the robot in RoboCop that he fights? You don't want that thing in there either, do you? So yeah, so they've got this came out as a box set. So what they're doing now is releasing it as a single hilt. Now it doesn't come with a coupler. Yeah, no, I get that. He's not into sabers. You only got a couple. I've got obviously all these here, and if there's a like I've got the where is it? It'd have been easier using this hand. I've got the mask here. So I like to have a helmet with it as well. Paul's put Ed. There's someone said about Sharon. Ed. Oh, is that what the robot's called Terminator in RoboCop? I don't know. I can't. I've not watched RoboCop since I was a kid. So yes, so they got the Temple Guard hilt. So it's very clean and very sort of polished. Oh, skipped one there. Did I? No, oh, I have. It's not letting me show that image. I don't know why. Yes, that's what the hilt looks like. Ed 209. My friend. Oh, where's me? My friend has like over 100 sabers. Wow. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people on YouTube that are sponsored or get sent them. Collector's Outpost. I don't know if you follow him, but I quite like his channel. But he's just been sent, I think it's about 6 different Maul sabers. And it's like, where do you put them? What do you do with them? I mean, I've got, you can't see it, but behind where I do my desk here, I've got boxes. I have to pull all those boxes out when I film a video. I've just got nowhere to put them until this room gets converted. I've got nowhere to put them, running out of space. So they've also decided, although I didn't get the last one, that they're going to do the see if I can get my mouse on screen. Can you see? Yeah, you can see my mouse on screen. So you've got the mask here. This is now a wearable one. So the one they did last, it's part of the Galactic Archives. So it's a wearable mask. So it has a strap that attaches to it. I think you can take the strap off by all accounts. Or, and I know Paul's going to comment when I say this, you can have the strap on and wear it. So yeah, that could be quite good. And then obviously the hilt here. You've got the hilt here in the box. That's the standard box. I never noticed these. What are these little things in the corner? Don't know what they are. Yeah, Zombie knows. But Zombie knows what Paul's mind's in the gutter. So I think there's another image of that. So that could be quite cool. I know I've already got the one that I got off Temu, but I think I'm going to get one of these as well. This is £75 in the UK, and I think the hilt is I think the hilt is down as being 145 or something like that, 150. No need to say anything. Yeah, we know what you like, Paul. We know what you like. So that's going to be quite interesting. I'm looking forward to that. Then also, if I can change it over. So as Doug was talking about, we've got the Lando skiff helmet. So I'd say this is pretty legit. It's the box. It's Galactic Archive. So we're obviously going to get 2 Galactic Archive helmets. That could be interesting. This one, I'm liking the look of this. I think, I don't know if anyone saw my video of the Dom Post Naboo Starfighter helmet. It's clearly plastic, but it's really good plastic, although that's quite thin. I think this is going to be similar, but thicker. It looks sort of round the bone area, looks like it could have been weathered better, but we'll see. But again, comes on a stand, so an easy one to display. I mean, those stands, I don't tend to use them. I've used it for my Ren helmet that they did for the Galactic Archives. I think that was the first one, wasn't it? Yeah, and that's it. So they're the images of that. So we'll leave it on that one for a minute. I like this. What's anyone's thoughts? Obviously, it's not going to be as good as one you'd make yourself or of a higher end brand, but this is down as being £100, £99 in the UK. And I think for £99, I think that's fantastic. I don't know. I'm interested to see what it's going to be like on the inside. We can't really see. We're not seeing any images, but the metal pieces look metal. The wooden pieces look wooden. The bone pieces, well, the teeth look it. They're just maybe a little bit clean, but a little bit of weathering, you can definitely sort that out. But yeah, what's anyone's thoughts of that? Zombie pot looks good. Zombie pot looks good. Yeah. Listen, you've done your own, you're doing more. I guarantee they'll look better. But I think I was quoted just for a raw print was going to be like 60 quid. So by the time I'd painted it and I wouldn't have done as good a job, I'm probably going to be in it for 100 quid anyway. If it's 99, then it's going to sell out. Look at the mouse droid. Yeah, I know. I agree. And I'm tempted to buy a couple. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath. Disney always sells out. Yeah, I mean, I am tempted to buy if I can get them. I mean, I'm lucky in the sense that I have Paul messaging me at like 4 in the morning. It's gone live. But yeah, I think I should. I fancy my chances to get one. I might try and get two. Not to make money on it. Just I know a lot of people that wanted a mouse droid last time and they couldn't get one, so I might get two, and then I might do. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I might do a giveaway, or I might keep hold of it, and then if someone really struggles to get one, then I've got one and I can sell it for what I paid for it plus the postage. Because I know there'll be people that miss out. I'm gonna get the Temple Guard, and I am tempted to get the Hilt. There's a few other little bits I've seen that I quite like, but I don't know whether I'm going to spend the money. To be honest, I mean I know they're bringing out a Maul saber. Yeah, won't happen this time. It'll be around 2-3 a.m. in Florida. So what? I'm Paul. I'm relying on you for the cause. I need you to be waking me up, mate. 2-3 a.m. there. So what's that? What's that? It's about 8-9 o'clock in the morning here, isn't it? Missed out on the Forged Kylo from Disney. Waited 6 months for a restock. Yeah, I had it in my basket. Was gonna buy it, didn't, and regretted it. What I will say about that though is I had C3PO in my basket. Went to chatting to my wife. We're on our way to Wales at the time, and forgot about it. When I went back about 10 minutes later, it sold out. Disney told me it was never coming back in stock, and that was it. And then May the 4th last year, along with the mouse droid, they released it again. So I suspect they might, for May the 4th this year, have mouse droids again. I think they might have other stuff. I have seen suggestion there's going to be the C3PO head again, but I don't know. Mainly stick to helmets, so don't need more rabbit holes. Yeah, I know. I hear you, zombie. I did exactly the same thing with, see, the stick. I've done the same thing with that. I've done it with blades. I've done it with blasters. I have a gearbox that's like a meter long by 24 inches tall, just full of 3D raw prints. It's far too superior. Yeah, looks it. I think with that though, to be fair, sorry, I'm sat on a cushion. I'm gonna have to move it. Although I'll quickly show it. So yeah, it's a Star Wars one. So every time my wife sits on the chair, she goes, "Why the bloody hell's this cushion here?" I think it is supposed to be miles better. Especially the Monty Python rabbit holes. They'll kill you. I actually really like my Kylo. It was the first one of the first ones they did, so it's got loads of seam lines and loads of. It looks plasticky, feels plasticky. Yeah, so Disney one. I'm kicking myself because I was in Disneyland Paris when that came out, and they had thousands of them just stocked up, and I'd driven over, so I could have bought one and brought it home and not worried about it, and I didn't. Paul's Pot Zombie. I've started on a Star Wars watching, and I'm thinking about pins. Yeah, I've got some pins as well. Pins are okay for cheap. Yeah, I've got some pins. I've collected different ones people have sent me or bought me, or I don't want to get like series. The thing that puts me off, and I said this to Paul the other day on Instagram, is they put the dates on them, don't they? And I don't like that now. Well, there you go. Kylo was the first Black Series, yeah. So, and then I think wasn't it Stormtrooper and then Luke watches? Oh yeah, Paul's got some Star Wars watches. They're quite nice. They're nice. So I'm just gonna see if I apologise if I get cut off. Let me just. Oh, I can't get on it. Trying to see if I can go onto Facebook. If I get on Facebook, I'll have a look at these. It's not letting me. Trying to remember my passwords for Facebook. Oh no. Password's incorrect. Let's see if I can get on it. If I can get on Facebook and you've sent me images, I can get them up. I feel confident now. I just need to find my password. Knowing me, it'll be something highly inappropriate. Big titties or something like that, it'll be. Bear with me. So I have been toying with. So I was thinking of replacing my I use my phone for my filming my videos. So it's a iPhone 15 Pro, and I was toying with the idea of upgrading to the new. Well, that's the thing. I don't know whether it is an upgrade. Of buying the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. Well, the more I look at it, oh, there you go. That's why I'm getting my password wrong because I was nowhere near. Where am I? When I look at it, it's I'm not convinced. What? Ugh. Check my Facebook notifications. Yeah, when I look at it, I'm like, yes, it's me trying to log in. Here we go. Trust this. My God, the things you have to go through nowadays. Where's messages? Messages. So I'm assuming you've sent them to Cantina Rebels. So let me just log in as that. Messages. Oh, that's loaded up on my other screen. Oh, 7th of March, no live today. I've seen these. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know. I can share that. That looks really good, zombie. They look phenomenal, mate. Yeah, that looks really cool. I like that. I like that very much. Let me look at that. So yeah, so I'm back with you now. I can't multitask, honestly. I'm terrible at it. So it's dropped down to 2 people watching. That's how terrible it is. So I think, oh, one of them's me. We should be back up to 3 now. That looks really cool, that mate. I'm impressed with that. Looks really good. Let me just stop sharing my other. Turn my iPad off then. Oh, hit the phone. So, what has anyone else seen that's coming out for May the 4th? I'm here. Yeah. I hope you've all hit super likes. It's a work in progress. Yeah, it looks good as it is, mate. I'm sure it'll look even better when you've weathered it and added more to it. I'm never here. I sometimes wonder if I am, mate, to be honest with you. Yeah, so what's anyone's thoughts of what else might come out for May the 4th or what news might come out? I've just got a sneaky feeling that we're going to get some announcement of some sort. I don't know what. I just think something big. Something to get some sort of buzz. Who said that? It's in relation to me not being here. It's me, mate. My head's still up my arse a bit. Which is understandable. Yeah, so I don't know why I've just got some sneaky feeling something's going to come out. I think, even if it's like a trailer drop or a trailer teaser or some sort of pre-trailer for Starfighter. Although saying it out loud now, it makes sense for Disney to promote that at Mando and Grogu movie. I think we might see something like that. Well, it's 50-year anniversary of A New Hope next year. That is a very good point. That is a very good point. It also makes me feel very old because I turned 49. Because for my 50th, I was hoping to get over to Florida, but the way it all is at the moment, I don't know. Saying that, I read a Star Wars related or Disney related to a point. So I read a report the other day and it was saying it's now cheaper to fly to Tokyo, have 2 weeks in Japan, exploring Japan, and go into the Disney parks in Tokyo and doing Nintendo World and all that than it is to have 2 weeks in Florida. It's a hell of a lot cheaper. So we've kind of said we might look at doing that next year. Don't Doug says, I got my Andor jacket finally from RSVLTS in the US. That's don't tell me. Yeah, I knew it is. They posted today, and I commented that every time I try and order something, they cancel my order. The jacket he wears when stealing the new ship. Nice. LA celebration next year is going to be huge. Yeah, I agree, mate. I think it's going to be absolutely bonkers. I would love to go. I was all set for going with my lad, and then Trump. So, yeah, I just can't see myself going over there anytime soon. Yep, I'm booking seats with Guy from Birmingham. Is that for celebration, Paul? Nice, Doug. Yeah, no, it is nice. That. Has anyone got anything new recently, or made anything new? Obviously, Zombies doing the Lando Skiff helmet. I've got my Shirit Nue staff and my 2 Yoda canes. I've finally got my Yoda replaced, so I was really chuffed with that. And then the next day, they announced that they're bringing out another life-size Yoda, and my head just went. I've just literally sorted that one. I could have had a refund. I said no, and they're bringing out another one for 300 quid. I was like, I've ordered it, but I'm going to cancel it. I just 300 quid. That's 3 helmets I could buy. You know. Really nice reversible too. Yeah, I've seen it. It's nice. It's a nice jacket that. Those tickets can cost up to $1,000 and a bit dollars. Is that for celebration, Paul? I'm finally going to do myself a life-size Yoda next week. Yes, nice. You have to send me pictures, update me with that. I've switched my Facebook over to the Cantina Rebels one, so I can keep up. I just with everything that's been going on, I forgot. I don't go on Facebook, sort of my personal Facebook. Not really been on it since my dad died in 2018 because I used to chat with my dad on there. Yes, for celebration. Yeah. I was I was all set for going. Say I'd looked at flights with my lad, and me and him were going to fly over and have a week in LA and go and do Galaxy's Edge and get loads of content and stuff like that at Anaheim. We were going to stay at Anaheim, and travel up to the convention centre for celebration. But I just, I don't want to go there at the moment. I genuinely don't. I don't want to show up and stuff go wrong. And I'll send a pic of a Yoda I've done for a friend. I think I've seen. I think you've sent me a pic. Thinking about it, I think you've sent me a picture of a Yoda. I think that's the one for your friend. I do think you've sent me that. I'm looking forward for Sunday 26th and Friday 1st of May. Sunday 26th. So that's next Sunday, isn't it? So I feel like I should know. For sure, but I sent it you again. Cheers, mate. Cheers for that. Let me have a look. It's just yeah, that looks. Oh, hang on. It's gone back months. That's fantastic. That I can't show anyone. Can't share it. But that's fantastic, mate. That's really good. Next Sunday. Go on then, Paul. What's happening next Sunday? I can't think. 26th and Friday 1st. What's happening then? What have I missed? It's going to be one of them you're going to tell me and I'm going to kick myself. I know there's some stuff coming out from Disney. Isn't that then when the Shadow Mall's coming out and stuff like that? I can't. Shadow Mall. Oh, Lego. Sorry, I made a cup of tea nearly an hour ago, and it's still warm actually. Problem is, I make a lot of stuff for others, but I get lazy making for myself. Yeah, I get that, mate. So, Oaks 3D, who print a lot of raw prints for me. Massive shout out to Jack. He's an absolute diamond. Top bloke. And I've got quite friendly with him, I'd like to think. He did me a have I got it? No, I've not got it. It's in my garage. He did me a Darth Maul skull. You know the one where it's a skull and it's galactic armories. Although they've just brought a new version of it out, so I'm kicking myself. He did me a skull. Printed it as was, and it's probably an 80% size skull. And I'm a bit picky, so I asked him to do me a full size skull, and like the difference is, well, it's 20% bigger. It doesn't sound a lot, but it's a lot bigger. So he's done me one of them, so I need to repaint that. So I've done the first one. Yeah, I've seen your skull. It's amazing. So the small one, I've decided because the front comes off, I'm not going to glue it. I'm going to use it as storage. And Uncle Jesse on YouTube made these little connectors you can glue in the magnets, so you can stick stuff like that and make it magnetic. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to give it my little boy. He's already seen it. He's like, I want that. So I'm going to give him the small one and let him have it as like a storage thing in his room. Paul's Port, Lego Mandalorian Razor Crest on the 26th, and first is the N1 Starship. Yeah, I'm not feeling spending 200 odd quid. I'll be honest. They look good. I've got. Can you see? See all that Lego? Right, that's 2 rows deep. There's about 8 sets there, if not more. 1, 2, 3. 7 sets. Ships and dioramas. I've not built them because I've got nowhere to put them. I've just got nowhere to put them, so I can't build them. And the others are all sat in the garage, so I've kiboshed Lego for now. Yeah, it's the same skull you've got. You scaled yours up. Yeah, that's what he's done for me on this one. He scaled it up, so it's going to be miles better. It's to put these on. So when I've got this desk, I can leave it permanently set up. I'm going to have it sat on my desk with my headphones on. That's going to be my storage. And again, I'm going to put the magnets in the front, and all the cables are going to sit inside. I'm going to line it with some sort of padding or felt or something like that, and have it so I can put my cables in and stuff like that. Is that the stuff that comes in a can? What, the same size as a normal human skull? Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to do, mate. I mean, to be fair to Jack, he did say, look, it's smaller, and I just said, I'll print it anyway. I'm sure it's not going to be a big difference. and when it came, it looks more like a child's skull. So like I say, I'm going to give him a little lad, and I've bought another. He's sending me that out. He's also done me a 1-to-1 Gamorrean guard axe. So I'm really excited to get that. He's doing me Palpatine's cane to go on my others. Not Star Wars, but just had 3D models, full size weapons, SLR, MP5, and Sten Mark II. Nice. Nice. I might have seen them actually. I was going to do that. So I've got. I probably shouldn't say this on live on the internet, but there's 4 of you. So I used to be in the firearms industry. So I sort of retired from that last year. So I was a registered firearms dealer. So I've got stuff, and when he was renewing, it's not Star Wars related clearly, but I had an AK, and I had it designed like the one in Andor. So I had that. A mate of mine bought that off me. I've got a slot for a Liam Field, but I want all numbers matching, so it's more for you this, Doug. So I want all numbers matching. But yeah, I did toy with the idea of doing sort of replica 3D ones, but because I get regular visits off the police as is, it's like I didn't want to have stuff lying around and be like, that's not on your license, and me having to explain stuff. But anyway, yeah, but I'm not in that industry now. I've left that. How's the pit Troy going? Well, so the weather started warming up, and it was nice, and I thought, perfect, I'll start it. And I think I even put a post on the community bit of the YouTube channel, and it was the week before. I think it was like the Wednesday, and then on the Mondays when my wife went private for her thing, and to be honest with you, I've not touched it, just because of everything that's been going on. The kids go back to school next week. I've got some stuff planned with the wife. Like she's got to go for this scan. 3 hours she's got to be there, so she's got to go for this scan. I have a heart condition, so I've got to go for some scans myself. Just checkups, really. Next week's a bit busy, but my plan is to start it sort of that first week of May or the end of this month. So not this week, the week after. I'm gonna try, and my wife will be going back to work sort of a few hours a day and easing away in for a week, and then the week after a few more hours. And she can't drive at the moment. She's not allowed to drive at the moment because of a scar, because of a well, not scars yet, they're still sort of, she only just had the stitches out, so she's not allowed to drive, so I'm driving her everywhere. If she wants to go to the shops, I've got to drive her to the shops and stuff like that. So once next week's over, my plan is to hit it hard. Is just literally hit it hard, and I'm going to film some videos in advance. I've got a lightsaber one coming up this weekend, I think, if I can get it edited in time. Yeah, so I'm reading comments as I'm doing it. So yeah, I think I'll definitely crack on with that in the next sort of not next week, the week after, when the kids are back at school. Definitely. I mean, if I can get some stuff done next week when she's at hospital, so I'll be dropping her off and going back, I might do that. I think I'm gonna lose that garage space as well, because it's getting converted. So I need to get it done. It's all out on the desk. It was all ready for me to go, and then this happened. So yeah, I think the plan now is to just do it then and just, like I say, hit it hard and get it done. Drill a hole in the bottom and put it on a paper towel holder like I did. For the skull, yeah, that's not a bad shout. I might do that. Can you send me some close-ups of yours? I've seen it on your shelf. I never even thought about how you'd put it on that. I want to have the inside of it as a storage, but what I could do is, like, what are they? About 12 inches, aren't they? Like a paper towel holder. So I could literally cut it to a stump, stick it on, and then have my earphones on that and still have it as storage. Yeah, I like that idea. Send me some close ups of yours if you don't mind, mate. That'd be much appreciated. Um, I was just an end user. Yeah, yeah. I've shot them all. It's good fun showing up to a range with an AK. Um, Especially when you've done it like the Andor ones and everyone's like, why does that look a bit weird? Yeah, so I retired from that in March last year. So yeah, it's just shoot for leisure now, for fun. Let me look at this comments. Yeah, definitely send me. I put real antennas in my pit droid head and in the bottom with magnets stuck to them, so I can take the antennas out if need to be. I was gonna do. So I took an old printer apart, and you know the rods that control the gears to spool the paper out and in and out. Took it apart and got them bars, and they're exactly the same thickness and length. Well, they're not. They need chopping, but I can get both antennas out of this two rods. So my plan was to use that and then the 3D printed bit on the end. But I like that idea of using magnets. So did you just literally stick some glue on a magnet and drop it in the hole, and then one on the antenna and well, the antenna's metal, isn't it? And just have it literally so it fitted in. Did you have to put a sleeve to fill the hole, or because I know the ones that you print out are a little bit loose in the hole? So again, send me some images on Facebook. That'd be really cool. Yes. Yeah, again, if you don't mind, mate, send me some pictures of the skull close up with the paper holder, towel holder, and also that. Because again, I might do that. I mean, I've got what's annoying about the pit droid is I've got a name, I've got a backstory for it, I've got color scheme that I want to do in mind. It's just literally the prints were that rough, it just completely put me off. Yeah, cheers, zombie. Cheers. AK-74 is nice. Use a choke from AK-47. Yeah, well, I just left it on the side of the road as he took a long nap. I've got a mate who was US airborne, served in Iraq. No, sorry, in Afghanistan. Yeah. So I've heard plenty of stories, mate. Uh, yeah. So my plan is to do this pit droid, and then I've got loads of blasters and stuff that I need to do. I've got the shoulder pauldrons. I've got all the Mando ones. I've got Boba Fett's, Mando, Sabine, Wren's, Bo-Katan's. just a standard Death Watch one. I've got those. I just wanted one of each, not both, just the ones with the logos. I've got them to do. I've got loads of blasters that I need to do. I want to do. I've got Fennec Shan's blaster with the knife that's concealed in the end. That's an amazing piece. That's all glued together. Just needs sanding and painting. I'm kind of tempted just to glue everything because it'll be in my way then. At the moment, it's all broken down in boxes. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know if you think like this, Zombie. I don't know if you sort of get in this mindset, but I kind of, at the moment, because, I keep knocking things, because it can keep it all broken down and in a box, it's out of sight, so it's out of mind. Whereas if I glue it all together, and it's kind of it's in my way. I've got to move it. So if it's in my way and I've got to move it, I'm likely to do it. Speaking of guns, did you see they passed a law in the LA? Things about like you can't print guns, but not sure how it's going to affect blasters, or if Disney say right now you can't print any Star Wars stuff. Because once Disney gets wind of the new law, who knows what they may do. Is just going back to that. So if is the law you can't print like, for example, like Doug's done or had done, or is the law that you can't 3D print a functioning gun? Because obviously that law's in effect here anyway. I know it wasn't in America. You could 3D print a 911 or a Derringer or something like that was functioning, but you've never been able to do that here in the UK. So I'm not sure blasters would come under that. Star Wars blasters would come under that law. I mean, over here, for example, it's fine because the police have seen mine, like my Fennec Shand gun. He said to me straight away, he was like, "What the hell's that?" And because that's not on your license. I was like, "No, because it's not. It's just 3D." And he was amazed by it. He thought it was amazing. Just don't print guns. Print stuff you glue together that magically looks like them. Yeah, exactly. I don't see how. What I'm saying is, how will the printer determine between a blaster and a real gun? As in the person printing it. Let me read your original comment again. Passed a law in LA. Think about you can't print guns. I'm not sure how it's going to affect blasters. If Disney say, right, now you can't print any Star Wars stuff because once. Yes. How would they do that? I suppose if you're a business that prints blasters and stuff. So, say I set up a business and I was printing Star Wars props or blasters or stuff like that. I know they're from that universe. I also know if someone came to me and said, oh, could you print me this SLR, or could you print me this 911, or could you print me this Clock 19 or 17? There's a big difference because it will go on shapes. Are they going to stop airsoft? That's because basically those things are replicas. Most people that get shot by firearms officers in the UK are carrying airsoft stuff. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm not sure. Well, I don't think Disney would stand a chance of stopping anyone doing it anyway. Because if you look at like Galactic Armory or Mystery Maker um, or like Ash at Jeddah Workshop in the UK or Oaks 3D Prints, any of those guys, right? Especially the first three, all do their own STLs. So what's stopping me? Because I can use CAD. What's stopping me doing a DL44, which is based on what Luger, and calling it Solo Blaster? So I don't call it a DL44, I call it Solo Blaster, or I call it Star Blaster, or I call it anything. The only thing Disney could stop you doing is using the name DL44 as an example. Trouble is, most Star Wars blasters and real weapons groups. Yeah, I get that, and like I say, DL44 is a perfect example. Disney has stopped companies before for making Star Wars stuff. I think though, the problem, the Khan Mauser, that's it, Primando Mauser, yeah, not Luger. I think the problem with that zombie is I can't remember what it was that they stopped printing, but I think it was someone was making exact replicas. They were casting something, or they modelled it off something, and they were making it out like it was licensed, and it wasn't. I know, who was it that I think Galactic Armory had been stopped from doing something, haven't they? It wasn't Star Wars, it was what's it called? I can't think. Game. It was a computer game, and they've been stopped from making. They were making full on body armor and helmets and everything, and they've been stopped from doing it. I just don't see how Disney can stop people creating a 3D file of an object and selling it. People could change it. It's like, I give you a perfect example. So I had a poker table made. It was an 8-seated poker table, but you could get 12 around it, and it came to doing the bays, the actual tabletop, the bays, and I had the World Poker Tour logo put on it. Sent the designs over. I had my mate's graphic designer sent it over, and they came back to me and they went, "We can't do it." I was like, "Why?" And they said, "Copyright." I was like, but who's ever going to see it? And their argument was, we can't do it. We can't do an exact replica. So I said, okay. So I went back to my mate and he redid the design and I sent it them. And he explained what the difference was. And they went, yeah, no problem. Crack on. They printed it and sent it me all done. And do you know what the change was? So on the World Poker Tour logo, it has a red and a blue card. And all I did was I changed the shade of red from what they used to mine. So mine's a slightly lighter red. You wouldn't know it was a slightly lighter red, but I sent them the hex codes and said, look, it's not the same logo, it's different. And they happily printed it. I just see it. There's always a workaround, and they're not bothered about it. It's people that are making proper high end stuff, and I don't know. I just don't. I think if Disney go after every prop maker and cosplayer, they're just gonna, yeah. Lego did it. They did a cease and desist because a guy made magnet Lego. Then the Lego with lights and spun came out a few hours later. I've not seen that one, mate, but that doesn't surprise me. To be honest with you, the Lego with light stuff's gonna hit it's gonna bomb. I mean, I went to Bricktastic, which is the UK's biggest Lego show, February. And they were really pushing this smart brick, and everyone was saying what a waste of time it was. Most printers now get updates, and if Disney go to say Bamboo and say no more printing Star Wars stuff, they can put it in the firmware. Can they though? I'm not sure they can, because how would they do that? You could only do that if it picked up, if there was a code in if the file says Star Wars or DL44 and they put all these code words in, and a Bamboo Lab's really going to go through their systems and do that. Again, I think Bamboo Labs would lose customers. I just don't think it. I'm not saying it won't happen. It's more hassle than it's worth. It's crap. I've seen it. Is this the smart bricks? Yeah, I saw it at Bricktastic and I had a play with it, and it was like, nah. Not when you've got other companies that are doing light kits for like 30 quid. A lot of airsoft have the bright colours now. Trouble is, Grim started painting their real ones. Do you know what though, mate? Do you know what the law is for that? Right? You can have one, right? You can't buy one unless you've got a UCARA license. If you've got a UCARA license, you can buy black ones, tan ones, whatever. If you haven't got a UCARA license, which is a big con, you can, because I had to deal with it daily when I was in the industry. They have to be lime green, like a neon blue or a neon orange. But as soon as you get that home, you can paint that. Now, what you can't do is then sell it, but you can give it away. So you could buy a Sig Sauer, you could buy it in bright orange, you could paint it flat dark earth, like the pistol, you could use it for 6 months, and then you could give it away to a mate, but he buys a box of BBs off you for 200 quid. It's crazy. That's it, Smart Brick. I saw C3PO version in it. Didn't sound anything like it. I think they're on hiding nothing, mate. I think they've rushed it out. They thought it was going to be this big, massive seller. I mean, my little man, my little boy, he's like, I just want normal Lego. Yeah, no one's stopping. The reason they're not stopping Timu, mate, is they can't. And the reason they can't is because factories just fold one day. And by lunchtime, the same factory is up producing the same stuff again under a different name. And it takes months and months and months and months and months. And then all they do is they close it down, reset it up a couple of hours later. Problem is Disney's Disney, and if they can stop something, I think they would. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I'm just not sure they can stop people printing blasters. Because I've got tons of STL files of blasters and like helmets and stuff. I mean, Ash, what's it called? Jedi Workshop did a thing last year where if you paid, I think it was 60 quid, you got license and all his STL files at that time. And I did it, and I've got that. So I could print and sell the raw prints and finished props from his designs. Now, there's nothing stopping me if Disney did that and they were using, because the only way they could do it is if it says, for example, a Sarge Ventress helmet, Bounty Hunter helmet. So if I put that file into Bamboo Labs or Creality or Zortrax software, whatever, it gets triggered or keywords. But I could put that into Fusion 360 and just change the name. I just re-upload the file under a different name. I could call it Easter Bunny Hat and just print it. I just don't see how. I'm not saying they can't. I just can't see how they can do it. Doug, until you start pulling the cash in from it, then companies will tell the person to stop. Yeah, they will, but telling you to stop is a lot harder than. I mean, someone like Disney, for example, has offices. Disney are registered as a company in most countries. So Disney will have a head office in the UK, they'll have a head office in Germany, they'll have a head office in France, and it'll be Disney UK, Disney, but it all comes under the Disney Corporation. So if you got a cease and desist in the UK, it'd be off Disney UK. It won't be off Disney in Florida, or LA or wherever. It would be Disney UK because they don't have a jurisdiction anywhere outside that country. So, for example, say there was a company in Ohio, and they were making a prop, and you copied that prop in the UK, and they sent you a cease and desist. It's basically toilet paper. They can't. It doesn't transcend internationally, even if they've got copyright on it, unless they've got a copyright in the company, in the country. Give you an example. So when I was in the firearms industry, I used to make parts. We used to 3D print parts. I had Zortrax printers. We used to make 3D printed parts for competition shooting. So how do I describe it? So competition shooting against the clock. So shooting steel. So practical shotgun and mini rifle and practical pistol and stuff like that. Now, the amount of times I had people going, "Oh, can you send me one over to the States?" And I know exactly what's happening. They're going to do exactly what they do in the China. I had loads of Chinese go, oh, can you send me one over? I want to buy one for China. It was like, no. So I had a copyright on my stuff because I designed it, I made these parts. So I did a copyright in the US. So then no one could copy it, and that's basically just the only way you can stop someone internationally copying it is if you have a copyright for those parts in that country. Long-winded answer, I apologise. With the new law, yeah, but that law's only for LA. I think you said. I could have got that wrong. I'd have to scroll right back up, but I think you said that law's for LA. So that's not even a US law, it's an LA law. So they couldn't stop someone in Australia or Canada or Brazil or the UK from doing it because those laws don't affect us. The only way they could do it is if it was an international law or an international. And there's Bamboo as a company, it cost them so much money to put that code in because again they'd have to do it from country to country to country. Easter bunny hat. you know what I'm saying. If you could change it, that's what it'd be. Paul, they won't have to little guy. It's only the company that do big-ish runs because they're so small. They pay the stuff. It's not worth Disney. Yeah, exactly. That's it. I mean, Billy Bob's cosplay isn't getting chased, and neither are YouTubers who have a big following who are pro Disney. For example, are they going to stop TXQ because they provide Theory sabers with his sabers because he's so anti-Disney it's untrue? I just can't see them going that route. It'd cause more drama and hate toward Disney than anything else. Isn't that a TV show? Zombie, true. Yeah, but Bamboo won't change the firmware for different countries. They'll just put it in all their printers. I just don't think they do it, mate. I just do not think. I think if you're so people buy Bamboo because they've got a great reputation. There is better printers, but people buy Bamboo because they've got really clever marketing and the stuff's good. The stuff's really good. But there is other printers. If Bamboo had said, right, look, Disney have put a kibosh in your printing, anything Disney related or anything Star Wars related, right? Their biggest market is people that print stuff for that for other cosplayers or prop collectors or stuff like that. I think if they announced that, sales would drop and people would go to other brands. See you afterwards. See you. Have a good night, mate. I'll speak to you tomorrow or something. All the best. Take it easy, mate. Thanks for popping in. Right, now Paul's gone, we can all call him names. See you all. Have a good night, chat. Cheers, zombie. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's as easy as, because if they put like a kibosh on a code, what are they? How does the printer know it's Star Wars related? The only way the printer could know it's Star Wars related is because of the file name. So, like I said, people will just call it Snuggly Rainbow Drops, and it's a Stormtrooper helmet, or I hope they don't. Yeah, I can't see. Yeah, I just can't see it, mate. I'm not saying they can't or they won't. I just don't think they will. And the reason being, it's more of an arse ache for Bamboo. So it'd cost them hundreds of thousands to do it. And someone's got to sit there and put every Star Wars related word. I mean, don't get me wrong, they could be able to do it like that with AI. I don't know. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me now. But would they do it? I don't know. To be honest with you, I think Bamboo would probably just go, unless there was a massive financial benefit from Disney or Lucasfilm or Marvel Studios or whatever. Because if they do it for Star Wars, they've got to do it for others. And if your business is producing stuff like that, then and then Bamboo Labs suddenly stopped it, people are going to be very wary then of, well, are Lego going to do it? Are Creality going to do it? Are Zortrax going to do it? You know, if one does it, they're going to have to stop all companies doing it. Can Disney or will Disney stump up? I mean, they don't want to put money into the park, so they're going to put money into stopping Joe Blogs or Aunt Fanny from producing props. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Like you say, I hope not. Um, it's an interesting question. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to ask someone I know who has quite a big 3D printing business in the UK. Um, and he's very much they're aligned with Creality. So I can ask him to hypothetically ask the question of is it possible? B, is it viable? And see what would be the financial impact of doing that. And maybe we'll revisit that on another live. Because now you've brought it up, I'm intrigued now as to the viability of it. Because I'm not convinced the viability is there. I don't think, because I think if Disney do it for Star Wars, they're going to have to do it for Disney as a whole, be it Pixar, be it Disney Animated Studios, Disney Live Action, Marvel, Star Wars, Indiana Jones. They're going to have to do it for everything, you know. And what's the franchise they've just got? Like Bluey, stuff like that. I mean, think how big Bluey is, you know. And Disney have the rights to that. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to fire an email on Monday. In fact, no, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll fire an email tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, there you go. They'd be bogged down with litigation. Exactly. I don't. It would cost Disney more than they'd make to do it. I think what they would do is like if someone was passing stuff off as licensed, or they were hinting that it was licensed or legit, or they had the rights or something like that, then 100% I think Disney would go after them. because if anything was wrong, Disney wouldn't want, like you say, that the litigation issues. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the other thing. Disney's great at losing millions now, so what's losing some more? Well, yeah, I suppose that's true. That is a legit point, to be honest with you, mate. Did either of you want to jump on? By the way, I can send you a link. You know, if you wanted to jump on, you can jump on. Let me know if you want to jump on. I'll fire a link across. Easier to talk. I don't know. It's up to you. I was hoping. I can't think what's his channel name. Imperial Outpost. I was hoping Imperial Outpost would come on today because I wanted to pick his brains about something as well. I was going to see if he wanted to jump on. But yeah, if either of you two wanted to jump on, even if it's 10 minutes, whatever, let me know. I can send you a link. You don't have to put your camera on. That's fine. Don't mind that. Yeah, that's really got me rattled now about the viability of it. I'm going to have to ask. I mean, it's going to come from a Creality point of view rather than Bamboo Labs. But it'd be interesting to find out what. To be honest, I imagine they'd just laugh. Yeah, I get that. I don't think. It still costs Disney. For example, if Disney sent me a letter, I'd laugh. If a Disney lawyer sent me a letter, that's a completely different ball game. If Disney just sent me a letter and said, "Oh, cease and desist, stop talking about Disney," I would literally just laugh. But if you get a letter off a Disney lawyer, that is completely different, and I think you would you'd take note. But the caveat of that is, if Disney solicitors sending you a letter, they're billing Disney a hell of a lot of money. It's not hundreds of dollars; it's thousands of dollars. Because these guys will be on retainers. And if they're doing that to every Etsy store or Shopify or YouTuber or cosplay maker or whoever, prop builder, that's a lot of money, you know. I think that's sort of where Doug's coming from with it. Just go to this one. I gotta go soon. She's bored. Kick her out. Send her to bed. Like a TV license, let her straight in the bin. Yeah, well, do you know? I'm a mug. I pay mine, but the more I look at it now, there's more and more people are just refusing. But that's the big thing. They don't have to stop all the little guys. Just the big printer companies, you see. Yeah, but it's a little. I get you. So you're thinking like Bamboo Labs, Creality, people like that. But it's their. That's a tool. They're not printing them. It's a tool. The people printing them are using that tool. So Yeah, I'm with you, mate. 100%. That's why I'm doubting it now. I was talking to someone the other day, and they've not paid for 40 years. And someone comes to the door, and they just get told to go away. They're not actually allowed up your drive on your property. Police won't get. Oh, it's crazy. So back to this. But little guys, just printer companies. See, the printer companies aren't printing them though. They're just it. It's like It's like toothbrush companies. They're not brushing your teeth. It's a tool that you use to brush your teeth. I still can't believe you guys have a TV license. No, I can't, mate, because it's the BBC, which is a private company. Um, I won't put your comment up, Doug, just in case they're watching. Um, no, they just. I was reading. I was reading something the other day, and it was someone said they've not paid for 40 years, and then someone else said someone come round and threatened them, and they were like, "Oh, you've got an edge." She said, "I don't watch live telly. I don't watch any telly." And he said, "Well, you've got a TV aerial." And she said, "Well, I've got milk in the fridge, but I haven't got a cow." And it's like, fair enough, yeah, true. Um, it's quite funny. I'm looking at numbers, so obviously there's 3 people watching. One's my mobile because I have it on to check because it's slightly behind. You're slightly behind what I'm saying. So I'm watching it on that, and then there's YouTube, but then 2 other people keep jumping in and jumping out. So I don't know who they are or what they are. Yeah, it's true though. That's what she said. She said, I've had them come and I've said, she says, I've got milk in the fridge, but I don't have a cow. Just because I've got, got eggs, but I haven't got a hen. Yeah, there's loads of people stop paying it now, especially with everything that's since the Jimmy Savile scandal. Yeah, it's a con. They should be commercially funded like the others. I agree, mate. To be honest, I don't watch any BBC. I mean, it used to be BBC. They now say if you watch YouTube or anything that shows live content. Now, this is live, so they class this as live content. Netflix now show live NFL, live Premier League, and stuff like that. No, they don't have any right to enter your property. They also can't come up your drive. They will because they ring your doorbell, but you can say, "Can you get off my property?" And they have to leave by law. They're not allowed to snoop through your windows because that comes under privacy laws. It's bizarre. So, just in case anyone's lurking, this is TV license avoidance in by Cantina Rebel. We do talk about Star Wars. We segued onto TV licensing. Yeah, no, it's bizarre. Zombie. There's a lot of stuff that we have that I can't believe a lot of stuff. I mean, your most decorated SES guy's being hung out to dry at the moment, isn't he? So the world's just a crazy place. Yeah, it's bizarre. So, segueing back, I don't think Disney would spare room tax. Oh, I know. Yeah. They're wanting to over here now. They're basically wanting to um, punish anyone with a second home. Now, under certain circumstances, I get it, right? because they're saying, oh, landlords shouldn't be able to make money. It's like, well, people can't afford to buy houses, so people rent who they're renting off. If landlords can't have houses, who they renting off? I haven't got. I don't know. I don't know. It's bizarre. I don't understand. Right, I've got. I know a guy who's in the Saturday Sundays. And he was saying they're all very nervous at the moment because they've been asked to go places and do stuff, for Queen and Country, and they're now all worried that stuff's going to come back, because they'll get thrown under the bus. It's mental. Here, if you have vacant land for more than 6 months, you get taxed. What if the land you use for... So when they say vacant land, is that like... So say you buy a plot of land away from where you are and you do nothing with it. What can you not say it's your recreational use or something like that? I don't know. Like a block of land, right? I was 21, we're all nervous. I've got a lot of mates who were in Serbia, Falklands, Iraq, Afghanistan, stuff like that, and yeah, I've got mates in the police that are worried, because they've been told to do a job, and now it's like the whole Northern Ireland thing, Doug. Uh, it's like when the guys got off last year, and it was like a big relief. So if you don't start building a house on that block within 6 months, you get taxed. Are you not allowed to buy the land to stop someone building on it? What's the reason behind that then? Is it kind of like, I mean, over here we're short of land, we're short of land. You guys, there's only, what is it, like 10%, not even 10% of the country that's inhabitable, isn't it? Something crazy like that. It's all around the coastal areas, and the only bit in the middle is Pine Gap. That's about it. In Ruse, did Serbia in first Gulf? Yeah, my mate did both of them. He said Serbia's probably the worst place he's done. Bosnia and stuff like that. It's just, that's the worst place ever done. Housing crisis. Yeah. Problem you've got over there is everything wants to kill you. You look at certain birds and that's it, you're marked for death. Your magpies are like killer magpies. Plant a tree, so you're waiting to build a tree house. That is genius. That is absolute genius. I wonder if that'd work. Oh, you cynical person, you. You cynic. The governments wouldn't do that. Don't laugh at that. No, yeah, it made me laugh. That was funny. That was funny. Just had a thought. Right, so I can only do on this software one camera angle, right? But I'm logged into this as Cantina Rebels. So I'm currently watching this on YouTube as on my personal YouTube, not my Cantina Rebels. I wonder if I emailed myself a link, could I join and have the use my phone as a second camera angle to maybe put my camera back there, showing my helmets and stuff like that, so people could, if people wanted to look at a particular helmet, could do it and zoom it. I don't know. I might have to experiment with that. Yeah. So I still like Doug's idea. Plant a tree. Tell him you're waiting for it to grow, so you can build a tree house. What What are the rules of? Because I tell you what started popping up a lot here at the moment is people have land, and they put some fences up, and it's a dog or canine exercise area. There's one up the road from me. It's an old farmland, and they've literally oh, the angles of your helmet is what I'm hoping for. You sound like my wife. I hope to God she's not watching. She'll batter me. It's actually fine. I can run away from her at the moment. I keep sort of saying stuff to her, and she's like, "Oh, I'll batter you." It's like you can't catch me. You're too much pain. At least she's got a long day. Said to her she should be happy. Sexy. What time are we? Right, yeah, we can be sexist. So I said to her the other day, I said, how long do you think you'll be able to wash up again? she, she threw something at me. Yeah, yeah. Paul would. I can't remember if it was Doug. Doug, was it? Doug, were you here for that? For the strap on. Oh, I'm crying. Honestly, my eyes. I've hardly slept the last month as well. It's been an absolute nightmare. uh, I know, I know. I had I went to York a couple of years ago, and there's a chippy that's open late right in the centre of York. And whenever we used to go to York every year. It's a beautiful place, and we'd go and we'd always go to this chippy. And we went in one day. Excuse me. We went in one day, and they were doing. Obviously, at the time, the craze was battered Mars bars and stuff like that, and they were doing battered Cadbury's cream eggs. And I thought, do you know what? I'm gonna have to get one, and I got one, and it was lovely. There's a chippy near me, and they do a battered chip balm. So I was like, what exactly is a battered chip balm? It can't be what I think it is. And it was. They literally make a chip balm, Doug, and they put it in the deep fat fryer. They cover it in the batter and put it in the deep fat fryer. Talk about greasy. Hope we can give you a bit of a laugh with all stuff. Yeah, no. To be honest, mate, that's what I said to my wife today. I said, "Oh, I'm thinking of doing it, going live tonight." I think she was quite relieved because she's sick of me. She's sick of me because I'm constantly, "Do a cup of tea, you're all right." You know, I keep threatening to take her car out for a drive because she has her car and it's her prime joy. She's the car nut in our family, not me. And she's got this really nice Audi, and I keep saying to her, I'm going to take the car out. I'm a little boy. He's only 5. I'll go, drive it like you stole it, Dad. I'm like, I will, mate. Well, she's hid the keys. Panics at the idea of me going out in the car. It's funny. I keep winding her up. I shouldn't do because she splits a wound open and buggered. Surprising how nice they are. Battered chip balms or cabbage cream eggs. No, I know. It's wrong, isn't it? It's there's got to be some form of prejudice that she doesn't like my nurse's outfit. I know. I said to her that the scars are quite. I said to her, scars look cool on a girl. She's not. She's not. She's not buying it. I might buy her why she can't move. I might buy her a slave layer outfit. See if you'll put it on. Although she'll start calling me Jabba, so that probably backfire very quickly. So hello to whoever's joined us to watch. We have been talking Star Wars, I promise you. We had a look earlier at some of the May the 4th stuff that's coming out, like the Lando skiff helmet, and they've buggered off again, so no point. That's just mean. You're both just picking on me now. That's just mean. So, what do we think? Let's get this back to Star Wars. What do we think is going to be coming up for May the 4th? We've looked at some stuff that's coming out, like the skiff helmet, the Temple Guard helmet, Temple Guard lightsaber. Ooh, excuse me. But what surprises, if any, do you think we're going to see or hear? Or do we think it's all going to be left for next year's anniversary? Because I'd completely forgot about that zombie, that 50th anniversary of A New Hope. And that really, I'm getting really, I don't know why, because I don't own the company. I wish I did. I'm getting really nervous about why Hasbro haven't announced anything. I'd love to get someone from Hasbro on. Yeah. The only thing I'm hoping, is they've got something big planned, and they've been working on it, and they're going to announce it, and something like Paz Vizsla, a Paz Vizsla helmet or something like that would be amazing. Or for them to just go, here, this is 3 or 4 helmets that we're going to be bringing out in the next year, because they've not even done any fan events online. They've not done anything like that. Like, they've done it for Transformers, they've done it for Marvel. I mean, I get emails all the time off Hasbro Pulse saying, oh, this launch or that launch. I mean, I had one today. I think, was it Simpsons? Something like that. They're doing Simpsons stuff. Only surprise I'll have is if I don't buy anything. Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I'm the same. can't help but spend. I mean, I'm going to buy some stuff. Imagine if they release a TIE fighter and the attack driver's helmet. Yeah, yeah. See, attack would. Do we think maybe Hasbro are holding out for the Mando movie? Do we think they'll release Mando movie and then that next week, so that releases on the Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, Hasbro go, here's an AT-AT helmet, or here's a helmet of this character that's in the movie, or something like that? Or do we think I'm just wishful thinking? I don't know. What do you think, Doug? What do you think, Zombie? I like this though. What if the TIE fighter and attack? Yeah. Yeah, signing movie, waiting for the movie to come out. That's the only thing I can think of. The other one as well is Shadow Maul. So there's a character in Shadow Maul that has the Mando helmet with all the Maul horns on it. Now, that is an easy repaint and slight mold change of the Moff Gideon. I've seen unofficial rumours of three helmets are coming out. I reckon anything released will be tied into the movie, like that new Snowtrooper helmet. Yeah, I never even thought about that. The more I think about it, the more that makes sense. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to cancel my Grogu and my Babu Frick that they're bringing out. The Hot Toys. Hot Toys. Oh, there we go. Hot Toys just released the ATRT with Trooper. When the movie comes out, they'll do a Mando with it too. Have you seen the merch for the cinema? So there's an AT-AT Walker popcorn bucket with a Mando hanging off the side. There's a Grogu pram with Grogu popcorn bucket. There's a Mando helmet sipper, drink sipper, and then there's more sort of basic ones. They weren't available to pre-order when I bought my tickets, but I'm going to keep an eye out and I'm going to pre-order if I can. Or my plan is to get there early for the cinema and try and interview some people before and after to see what they're expecting and what they thought. I just thought that could be quite a cool video. I'm interested in these. Doug, have you... So you've heard a rumour that there's 3 helmets coming out. Has there been any hints of... Because honestly, I know you'll get it, but my mind's been sort of elsewhere. I've not even looked at any news or... I mean, the only stuff I've seen is if, like, you guys have sent me stuff. And even that, I've been a bit vacant. It's like last night, I didn't even know the tickets had gone on sale for the movie. I would never normally pre-book, and I just thought, do you know what? If I don't, I won't go. And I want to go on the opening day. Can guarantee the new Razor Crest coming out. Do you reckon that'll be the HasLab? I think that, or the Anzillion ship that's in the movie. Do you know what I'd love to see? I don't know if anyone thinks. I don't know if anyone thinks this would happen, but I'd like to see someone do the what's it called? Sorry, I'm trying to do something else as well. I'm just trying to search for something while. Yeah, I agree with that, Doug. Sorry. Yeah, but it's just a repaint in it. I've been looking at EB games here, but yeah, I can't remember what I was going to say. My mind got sidetracked then. Hot toys, blah blah blah. Oh, the pram. Grogu's pram. I'd love to see someone do Grogu's pram. I know someone brought it out in America and you could buy it and it was like 300 quid. And you can still buy them now, but they're now like 1,500 quid, and I ain't spending 1,500 quid. But I'd love to get a life size Grogu pram, because I've got the life size Grogu. I'd love to stick him in it. I just think that looks so cool. Hanging from a ceiling or on a, excuse me, hiccups, perspex, clear perspex stand of some sort. Maybe that's something Zombie can do. Yeah, Colonel Ward helmet. I think that's a given. I think we're going to see the Mando helmet from Maul Shadow Lord. I think that's a given. I'd like to think we'd get something like a AT-AT driver. I've looked for a decent print, and I'm not convinced there is one at the moment. It might be a case of when my wife goes back to work. Oh, I'm really sorry, I keep yawning. When my wife goes back to work, I'm going to try and get back into my Fusion 360 and sort of learning that. As a guy on YouTube doing Fusion 360 in 30 days, I might sort of go back to basics and start again and learn it all again. And I might do my own one-to-one size Grogu pram. I know it's quite an ambitious project, but I quite fancy the idea of that. ATT's featured heavily in the new trailer. Yeah, and the latest trailer, the last trailer, they're really going on it. They've got the snowtroopers in there and stuff like that. And my worry is if Hasbro are going to about to drop a load of helmets, that they're going to seriously up the prices. That's another worry as well. But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they're going to put prices up? I mean, I don't mind them going up 20 quid, $20 or something, but if they start going like £200, then I'm then in the print my own territory. Just everything's going up at the moment. It's ridiculous. I mean, we're talking about, fuel prices have rocketed, and like I said to Paul earlier, at the beginning of the stream, there's the UK. I don't know what other countries are like. I know Germany have Lufthansa have just literally cancelled all domestic flights, pretty much, because there's no aviation fuel. We've got 2 weeks worth left. Crazy. I don't know what knock-on effect it's going to have anything. They do an attack news. Oh, yeah, we've seen that one. Where am I? I mean, that would be very cool. I'd love to see that. Snow Trooper helmet would be amazing. I'm surprised Hasbro have never done an Imperial Gunner helmet. Because I was tempted to buy one from Ixcosa, because they do one. It's like £112. But also, Hasbro should do Fennec Shan's helmet, because I believe I have heard that her and Boba Fett are in the movie, small parts, but yeah, yours is cool. Yours is very cool. I've seen you sent me a picture of yours quite early on. Yeah, you should have jumped on and shown some of your helmets off. You should have jumped on the stream and you could have held them up and showed us. But you're not home, are you? I don't think. What day? Your Sunday there for you now, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, you'll be on Sunday morning, won't you? So, Doug, what would be? Oh, sent me a picture on Instagram. Let me just have a quick look. I tell you what, just I've not looked at yours yet, but I've just logged on to Instagram, and Jedi Niner has just posted a picture of an Admiral Akbar bust, and it looks incredible. Mm-hmm. So that picture you just sent me, Doug, is that one that you've heard as a rumor that's coming out, um, or one you think might come out? Yeah, I'll. Do you know what? I'll do one. I'll do a stream next week. Jump on, mate. Be quite good to show you some of your helmets. Next level. Do you know what? I'm a bit frustrated with next level. So I sent him an email, and within seconds of me sending it, I had this really long reply. And it was clearly AI. Because no one types that quick. So I sent a response back, and because it was about the Fennec Shand helmet, and the instant reply, literally instant reply. so it's AI. I wasn't gonna. Basically, I wanted to know, could they do it without the visor? Because Fennec Shand doesn't have a visor; it's all open. And if not, is it easy for me to take out, or is it all covered up? Anyway, so the AI came back and said, no, you can't have one without one, and you can't take it out. So that kind of puts me off, which is annoying, really, because I'd love, that's one I'd love in my collection, because obviously I've got her blaster that I've got to finish. Is that the who's done the Akbar? Yeah, if that's, I don't know. I'm not long started following them, but I know they're going through a lot of problems at the moment. So yeah, I can empathise. That's what you think will come out. Looking at that though, the front of that helmet, Doug, is the like Imperial Commandos, isn't it, from episode 3, series 3 of The Mandalorian, where they're all flying in at Mandalore. It's the same helmet but with a hood, so it'd be quite easy for him to release the normal helmet and then the snowtrooper helmet. Jedi Niner, a friend of mine, some of the stuff that she puts up is incredible. That Admiral Akbar that she just put on tonight looks peak. It looks like stone. I don't know whether she's going to paint it or not, but yeah, if you speak to her, tell her that I said I hope everything's alright as well, because they're going through some stuff, aren't they? Dremel it out. I know, but Doug, that means I've got I don't like putting effort in. Yeah, I mean, I could rip the lining out and just pull it out, because I'm sure it's probably hot glued, to be honest with you. Or if I poke it enough, it'll come out. Have you got one? Have you got one off them? Is it worth buying? Because I've been really pleased with my X-Koza. Actually, what did you both think of my Marek helmet? I don't know if you've seen the video last week. So my Marek helmet from, the First Brother helmet from the Ahsoka series that I got from X-Koza. Brilliantly, it doesn't have their logo on it, so that's a bonus. And I think I paid about 112 quid for it. £112. Sorry, I keep getting told off for saying quid. £112, but it was last week's video. I think it was last week's video. Have I got? Can I get? Bear with me. Let me see if I can set this back up. So let me see if I can get this up. Right, bear with me. YouTube, view my channel. That's not what I wanted. Videos. Yeah, right. Let me see if I can do this. So I might have the hang of this. Cantina Rebels YouTube share. Yes, look at that. Right. So that's the video there. So it's I don't know whether will I get. I'm not going to get a copyright strike. We're taking a look at another X-Koza helmet. This one's a little bit different. See if I can find a picture of it. Let me enlarge it. There you go. Look at that handsome chap. About him, and this is the same. It's like, so that's the helmet. that's my video, so I'm not going to get done for that. I could just point out I have got a different I've got a Foo Fighters t-shirt on tonight. That's I can't remember the helmet. Can you show us again, please? There you go. Seen it, commented on it in the comment. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that, Doug. I never saw your comment. And I don't delete comments, to be fair. If someone's a knob, I normally just leave it and then just sarcastically comment back in a typical British manner. Yeah, I didn't see that. I was surprised, and then you message, and I've looked at the back end, and I can't see it anywhere. It's not got unless it's been filtered for some reason. I didn't check my filtered. I'll have a look at that in a bit. Yeah, my video, so I won't get a strike. You never know with bloody YouTube. Reminds me of one of them on yeah. I mean, I said in the video, it's very much medieval looking. You know, like Balon's skull. Skull. I keep getting told off for the way I say that as well. But it's just my accent. His was very medieval. I'm a qualified knob. I wasn't calling you a knob. I was just saying I do get knob comments. And when I do, I just ignore them. Or I sarcastically comment. Yeah, I didn't mean you, mate. Please don't think that I did. If it's Paul, then that's different. But he's not here to defend himself, so fuck him. Yeah, it's very much. Can I zoom in? It won't let me zoom. I was trying my old pinch thing, but it won't let me zoom. It's very. I like it. I'm glad I've got it. It just doesn't fit Star Wars for me. If I was collecting sort of medieval helmets on, knights, armor or stuff like that, it looks like it should go on a mannequin with armor. Doug, at least you're qualified. I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, Doug's a grade A knob. None of this level B stuff. I've worked long and hard for qualification. Yeah, we all have, mate. It's a rite of passage, I think, especially here in the in the UK. Yeah, but what do you think of that zombie? I don't know how well you can see the image, and it won't let me zoom in. I'd have to. I'll learn how to get pictures up. I think I've done well doing what I've done tonight, to be fair. Yeah, I don't know if I can get a better image, but yeah, let me know what you think of that. It is very much sort of out of place, almost. It's last week's video, mate. It's literally last Saturday's video. But I'm not saying the video's any good, but the helmet, I got some extra bits with it as well, and I don't know whether they sent me them because they knew I was reviewing it or whether it comes with it. I mean, I paid for the helmet. I got a discount because I bought two because they had an offer on. But I've not got anything off them. Although I do have a sponsored video coming. I was quite happy with that. I'm hoping to get it edited in time for tomorrow, but it's lovely. I love that Bush helmet. The only thing I would say about the Bush helmet is, so Next Level do it. and it looks the exact same helmet to me, but they've put lights in the top. But it's literally a 10-minute job. If you just bought a strip of green LEDs, you could put them in at the top. It's a 10-minute job, so I might do that and just have a switch on the inside of the helmet. I can just flick the lights on just to go, ooh, look. I mean, probably a 10-minute job for me. It's probably even my first NCO in the Paras graded as all king knob, knocker knob, dim knob, so dense light bends around them knob, etc. I passed all grades. And that is why I'm proud that you saved our country. It's people like you we need, Doug. Yeah, well, now I'm on a roll here. I wonder what else we can find to share. Have you seen the new trailer for the Mando and Grogu, the latest trailer? Have you both seen that? Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. Don't know whether it's gonna let me. Am I gonna get in trouble? Am I gonna get in trouble for this? What do you think? Do you think I'm going to get in trouble for this zombie if I show the official Disney trailer? Or are they going to be happy that I'm sending them out some... I don't know if I can play the sound. I don't think the sound didn't come up before, did it, when I played the video? Let's have a look. So let's see if I can...
We've all heard stories.
Don't think it's playing the sound
of the Mandalorian bounty hunter and a child.
I only hunt Imperial war criminals. I'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
This isn't about revenge. It's about preventing another war.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor first.
We're protecting everything the rebellion fought for.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
See, I'm not hearing any sound for that, and I don't know why. No worries, mate. You take care, Doug. Wonder why I can't hear the sound on that. See if I can. Let me just see if I hear the sound now.
We're protecting everything the rebellion fought for.
Yeah, I don't know what the rules are. If they copyright me, I'll just cut that bit out. Yeah, I wonder why I can't hear that sound. That's bizarre. Yeah, it wasn't playing for me. I'll have to bear that in mind then for next time. So there's you commenting zombie, and there's me, and there's one other person still in here. Come say hello. I don't know who you are, but come and say hello. How many likes have we got? Don't tell me. Yeah, that's bizarre. I'll have to have a look at it. I'll have to do a bit of pullback lurking. Yeah. Well, if the video's got a chunk missing, that when it goes live, that's why, because I've been copyright written. It is what it is, I suppose. It's not. I think the most I get in me live streams is about 4 people, so it's not the end of the world, is it? Right. I think what I'll do then, I think I will call it quits as well. What are we on, 11 o'clock? I said to my wife I was going to do about an hour. I said, but it might turn to 2, and it's been 2.5. So she won't be bored, she'll be in bed. But yeah, I'm going to have to do some figuring out. At least I know I can screen share now, so that's a bonus. But I'm going to have to figure out how I can hear the sound and how I stop the sound, because I don't know. I wonder if there's a way I can mute it. I don't know. I'll have a look. So I'm going to get rid of that. Yep. So yeah, what time do you reckon, zombie? Because it doesn't really bother me. I could come on later. I could come on earlier. I could. The only problem with coming earlier is the kids are running around and they'll both sneak in because they love the idea of being on a live stream. It's not the end of the world. I could do it earlier. I could do it later. I could even start it at this sort of time. If I thought I was going to get more people. Because it's a Friday night. It's a Saturday night, so it's not like I've got to get up for people. You know, most people are off tomorrow. Yeah, for stream when it's night time in the US, though, it's going to be early hours in the morning for me, which is about lunchtime there. I think now, what time is it? So just gone 11, so east coast of US is, let me just shut this, let me just unplug get my iPad. So what time is it on the east coast of US? East Coast time. It's going to come up with bloody. So 6:10 in the evening on the east coast of the US. West Coast is currently. What time is it? It's current time Thursday. It's not Thursday. Sorry, my computer just flipped over to my screen then. So California's 8 hours behind. So Yeah, could do. Yeah, 8 p.m. Yeah, say about 8 p.m. East their time. So normally they stream 3 hours from 9. It's 8 a.m. there now, which is about say about 8 p.m. East Coast their time. So what time did it say it was? It'd be like 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Yeah, can do. I could end up being on here talking to myself though. That's the only problem. Do you know the one thing I don't do is I don't promote myself in any groups. I don't promote the channel. I don't. And do you know why? Because it's A, I feel like I'm spamming, and B, I'm a bit embarrassed. I don't know why. I also need to. It's at the moment. I just. So yeah, it'd be 1 a.m. here. So I, I just I need now I can share stuff. Do you know what though? There's loads of channels that show the trailers and stuff and react to trailers. So I reckon it'll be all right. Doing the sound. And I need if it's a reaction. If I'm just playing it and I'm not there, I mean I have myself in the corner, so I should be okay. But I'll check the legalities of that tomorrow. So because I'd quite like to do watch-alongs. I don't know what the rules are for that. I think I can watch it and not have the sound on, but I need to work out how I can share stuff with no sound because I'm not getting sound when I'm doing it. If you get 4 people watching different times, might give you more views because you get 580 subs already. Yeah, yeah. I definitely fancy doing some watch-alongs because I've got VPN, so I can log on to Disney Plus, sort of US DisneyPlus.com, and I can watch stuff when it comes out in America because I did that when I was in Mexico. I was watching season 1 of The Mando. Yeah, yeah. I'd love to get to 1,000. I mean, to be honest with you, I hit 580 today. I've had three join today. 580 today. And my problem is because I have to swap the room out from Catherine's room to my room to Catherine's room to my room. It's a pain in the arse. So once his room is completely mine and I can have everything set up permanently, it means I can just record loads of videos. Now, she's off next week and she's got a lot of hospital appointments. And my plan next week is to just film 5 or 6 videos for the next 5 or 6 sort of weeks, if I can. Some reaction videos, some stuff like that. I want to do the podcast again. I want to do that. If you ever fancy doing that and you want to come on and talk about the stuff you've made and show your props and your helmets and not show your helmet, you know what I mean? And like stuff like your skull or give tips or anything like that, that could be quite a good one. I still need to arrange something with his name escapes me, who you put me in contact with. I can't remember his name. Paul's Collectibles. Still need to reach out again. I spoke to him briefly, and then everything with my wife happened, so I'd gone dark. I need to message him. Yeah, Paul. So if you speak to him before I do, just apologise, explain what's going on, and yeah. Yeah, definitely jump on next week's. But if you want to do pre-record a podcast as well, let me know if you're interested in that. Because the one I did with Regal was good fun. I mean, it was 3 and a bit hours. We agreed an hour, but it was such a laugh just doing it. But at the time, I didn't realise I had a setting on my unit I use here that I run my mic through, my headphones through, and then into my computer. I didn't realise I had. Let me just turn this off. What's it called? I can't remember what it is. There's a setting here. I can't see what it says because it's too dark. But basically, what happens is if he talks and then I talk, it cuts his sound off. I didn't realise until after I'd done it that was a thing that I had that setting. So yeah, so on the video he'll be talking and then I'll sort of laugh and comment and it cuts his sound out. But that was my very first podcast, so I'd definitely up for having people. Honestly, it wouldn't be a live stream or a podcast unless I fucked it up. Yeah, Paul comes across really, really nice. I was looking at his post before. He's moved house, hasn't he? I think so. He's got like a big, massive room now. Nice one. I'm in. Let me know. Yeah, that would be cool. Might be good. Get you on as a creator and like you've got your own YouTube channel. We can promote your YouTube channel. I guarantee you. You're on 300 and odd. I'm on 500 and odd. You'll shoot past me, which is fine. It's not a problem. Yeah, he's just moved. Yeah, I thought he had. I think I seem to remember him doing it. But I'd love to get him on just to talk about helmets. Just talk about the helmets and what he thinks coming up. And he's got some other companies that he uses. And I've got loads of sheets printed out where questions I ask and trivia and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'll definitely get him involved. If you can think of anyone else you think's worth getting on, if people might be interested, let me know. I'd love. He loves helmets, don't we all? No, he's got a lot, hasn't he? He's got Novos. I can't remember what they're called now. He's got Excosa. He's got fan-made ones that he's bought off Etsy and I think had stuff shipped over from the US he's in the US, dickhead. Not him, me. Australia. I'm sure he said he'd got something from Australia not long ago as well. Yeah, I'll reach out to him. I'll do that tomorrow. It's too late now. It's too late for me. It's not too late for him, but I might email him while I'm when I'm packing up later, and I'm I won't go straight to bed. I like listening to podcasts, so while I'm doing that, I'll drop him a message on Instagram and just say, "Oh, really sorry, we had a bit of an emergency." Arrange a day to have a sit down with him and invite him on, and we'll have a bit of a podcast. It gives me another podcast to put out there because I was well up for that. And again, I've just life gets in the way, doesn't it? Need more shelving. I like these Kallax. My plan is when I do this room, I've decided now I'm going to have Han in carbonite or my kids in carbonite. I'd love to do just to be different, and so they can always be on video as well. I thought that'd be quite cool. More masks here, but I'm going to paint all the walls, so that's all going to be grey, so it looks like carbonite and stuff like that. I'm not going to build it out because of the way I'm going to have a light switch cover made to look like a panel, and then all these walls are going to be painted like Tatooine. So they're going to be all like sand coloured, and I'm going to do like a technique where it looks like the walls of Tatooine. I'm going to put some, not holes in the walls, but so it looks like blaster marks and stuff like that. So there'll be indents in the wall and stuff like that. Because I can always, it's my house, so I can always fill them if needs be. A bit like Boba Fett's helmet, little concave dents in my wall, and if I go through, it's not the end of the world. I can stick something behind it and carve it out, and you know what I mean. Make it look a bit that, and then I want to get some wanted posters or in-universe posters that look like, you know, like when you're going down the street and the like paste them to walls for like gigs or stuff like that. I want those all over the wall so it looks like a bit of a street scene. I mean, this room's tiny. You can see that room. I think it's something like 14 foot by 7 foot or 8 foot, so it's not a big room. I've seen lots of things in carbonite. Yeah, I'd love to do something like that. That'd be amazing. I just do not have the room. I mean, the room she's moving into will be a bigger room, but that's the deal. I get to keep all my Star Wars stuff and have this YouTube thing that I've got going, and she gets the bigger office. So win-win. Yeah, that's my plan. And then behind me here on this wall, I'm going to have another Kallax unit here with more helmets, but that's a 5x5, so it'll be a 3x4, I think, to go here. And then this wall's going to be all like this, but with blasters. My desk is going to move over towards, this is a window here with a curtain, so I'm going to get rid of the curtains and just have the blind, and then my Legos going on the windowsill, and it'll all get painted. So the idea is doesn't matter where the camera is in the room, there'll always be something there. And then I'm going to get rid of my desk and have because that was from my firearms business, it's designed as a shotgun shell basically. Get rid of that, have some 2x2 Kallax on stands, so that'll give me space to put another 8 helmets. So yeah, it's getting there. Yeah, I fancied maybe doing that as well on this back wall, so having above it, they do a Kallax that's 1x4 like that, and having that on this wall here with helmets, because that'll let me do 4 helmets in it and then 5 on the top, so there's another 9 helmets. I'm going to have to start being picky now what helmets I get. I can't just get any unless I'm going to rotate them, and then I can, because I could keep them in the loft. That's my plan anyway. Showing I've got another comment, but it won't let me get in it. Oh, it's not. It's because I had it highlighted. Yeah, that's my plan. So, if you can think of any people you think would be interesting to chat to, drop me a message. Let me know. Yeah. Well, I was only going to ever get the Boba Fett. That was Boba Fett, and then I thought, well, I'm going to have to get Luke. I'll have to get, Red 5. I'll have to get that, but that'll be it. And then Mando came out, and I thought, well, I'll get the Mando, and then that'll definitely be it. Those 3, and then Stormtrooper. I saw that on offer, and I thought, well, I'll just. And then I've got I don't know what I've got now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh, 29, 30. About 35 helmets and 2 masks, 3 masks, something like that. Yeah, so I only started collecting them in 21. Yeah, I think that's what happened with me really. I collected them and then I made my Tusken Raider, and I was so happy with my Tusken Raider because my daughter helped me with that one. You're 60 odd. You don't you look good for 60, mate. Looking good for 60. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. 60 odd helmets. Yeah, I don't have the space. I reckon. I've probably got room for probably another 20. I mean, I did think about getting, the motorbike helmet, like Halo stands that you get for displaying motorbike helmets. I'm putting them, getting rid of my curtain rails. If I can get rid of my curtains, I'm putting them above the window. So that'll give me room for another 6 or 7. You're 16 5 years. Good on you, mate. Yeah, on the walls. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't. Thing is, my kids love it. My kids love like like my little boy saw the skiff helmet the other day. Paul sent me a picture of it and said, um, "Have you seen this?" Because he knows I like it. And my little boy saw the picture, and before I'd even said anything, he said, "Daddy, we have to get that. That's Lando." So he knows. I showed him the Leia one the other week, and I said, "Oh, do you know who this is?" And he went, "Yeah, that's Leia when she goes to get Han Solo." So he knows, and he's only 5. So that sort of motivates me and pushes me. That sort of gets me more enthusiastic. But yeah, so I really enjoy it. But definitely, mate, if you can think of anyone who's worth interviewing who you think would give me the time of day, let me know. I'd be really, really keen to get people on, involved, and jumping on to do either lives or do podcasts, because I really enjoyed the one I did with Regal. That was good fun. Didn't get a lot of views, didn't get a lot of traction, but I enjoyed doing it, and yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to kind of keep it Star Wars related, and had loads of questions for him, and he answered them, and it was good. So hopefully he'll be back soon. He did say he'd try and jump on tonight, but he was away, so he didn't think he'd be able to. But I sent him a link. He said send him a link anyway. But yeah, do you know what? It's 2 hours 59 seconds, 59 minutes. So I think I'm going to leave it there, mate, because I'm getting a bit tired. I'm going to go to bed. What I might do, I'll have a think. I might do start later next week, because I can always go to bed during the day if needs be. Have a nap during the day with my little boy and just stay up later. So, thanks for coming on and commenting. Really appreciate it. You're always there. Thanks to Paul and Doug who came on as well and contributed. Really appreciate it. So it's 580 sounds a lot, but it's not. It's a small channel. We're getting there slowly. And I'm learning more and more and more about the editing. So my videos are going to get a lot better. I promise. I've got some little things that I'm adding in each week, and my lighting's terrible. I know I've got to sort my lighting. I'm looking at new mics, new cameras, new lights, and everything. But it's money. So, and my wife's the main breadwinner in this family, and she's off work. So yeah, we're everything's on a ration at the moment. We're chilling. We're okay. We're fine. We're paying bills. We've got a roof over our heads and everything like that. But it just means I can't go spending 400-500 quid on cameras and stuff like that at the moment. Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. Yeah, and it started off. The channel started off as is a bit of fun, and b my daughter and my little boy both wanted me to do it. And I like the idea that if anything happens to me, they can go back and see me and interact and see the mad hobby that I had of collecting Star Wars and enjoying Star Wars and stuff like that. And the little boy makes me smile every time he says, "Oh, Daddy, that's this," or "Daddy, that's that," or "This person's." Because I always wind him up. I constantly wind him up. I always go, we see a picture of a Millennium Falcon, and I always go, "Oh, I love that TIE fighter," and he goes, "No, Daddy, that's the Millennium Falcon." So I'm always testing him stuff. Just funny story to me, probably not to anyone else. I bought myself some Star Wars trainer socks. Oh, about 18 months ago, 2 years ago, and there was 6 pairs. So all different things. There was Darth Vader, Stormtrooper, Chewbacca, R2D2. Can't think what the other two were. Vader and something else. Anyway, they've been gradually disappearing over time. So I was convinced I was just losing them. And yesterday, my little boy took his shoes off and he had my Chewbacca ones on. I was like, "Where have you got them from?" He said he said Mummy had washed them and I found them on the washing line, so I took them and hid them in my room. I said, "You haven't got my other ones, have you?" And he just sort of giggled. He went, "No." And I went in his drawer and he's nicked all my Star Wars socks and he keeps wearing them. I mean, they're massive on him, but he keeps wearing them. So I've said to him, he can have them all and I'll just buy more. So there's little things like that keep me motivated and keep me going and stuff. And he loves sitting and watching Star Wars with me. And yeah, I've got a video coming where a company sent me some real basic lightsabers. I basically asked them a question and they asked me why I wanted to know the question. So I explained what I was doing and they said, "You know what, I love that. I want to send them you for free." They're only cheap lightsabers. And I was like, "Brilliant, I'll give you a bit of promotion." And they sort of said, "No, we're not interested in that. If you want to mention us, but you don't have to. There's no obligation." So I filmed the video. I've got to basically I'm going to challenge my daughter to learning the Obi-Wan. She doesn't know yet. I filmed the video of me reviewing these sabers, and I now need to add a segment in the middle of it where I actually challenge her. So tomorrow I'm going to challenge her. She's got till May the 4th to learn it. So we're giving ourselves 2 weeks or a week. We've got to learn it. She's gonna give her access to my camera, my phone. She's gonna film it, or Mummy's phone, because of the same phones. She can film herself. I'll film myself, and then I'm gonna edit it all together, and we're gonna do a video of us learning the Obi-Wan. I've never done it in my life. She's never done it, but that's what we're doing. But yeah. Anyway, I'll. That's the problem with me. I'll waffle. I start going off on a tangent, and I need to learn to be more sort of to the point. And yeah, I just talk. I get nervous and I talk. Anyway, huge thanks, Zombie. Have a fantastic Sunday. nice and early day there, but it's still 40 odd degrees already. Have a wonderful day, mate. Thanks for coming. Thanks to anyone who's lurked, and hopefully I'll have a video out tomorrow. I will have a video out tomorrow. Can't guarantee how good it will be. But if I don't, you know why. I explained at the beginning of the video why stuff's a bit up in the air at the moment. Yeah, some more podcasts coming, promise. We'll do another live stream next week, and if anyone wants to jump on, let me know. Send me a message during the week and I'll send you a link and you can jump on and we'll have a group chat. We'll get as many people as we can on maybe, or we'll do one at a time and we'll do a drop in and chat and stuff. But anyway, so yeah, from me and mine to you and yours, I'll say thanks and see you on the next one.